my amazing family. You're welcome to my channel. Is this your first time of joining me? Welcome. This is the right place to be. We do everything that has to do with kids, family topic, anything that has to do with the things that happens in every part of the world. We use it to relate to our own personal lives. Okay, everything that has to do with family, stuff that has to do what will benefit more. Yes, that's what we do here. So like I said, is this your first time of joining us? You're welcome. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell. Shows that we already have new content. Thank you very much. So today we are going to be doing film review. Okay, you already know the title, you already saw the title. All right, so the film review is just about a family. Some of us are Africans. All right, we feel the best thing that we can do, especially when our kids are not behaving the right way, like Africans, you know what I'm talking about. We are cultured in a way that, wherever we go, people will know that these people are just from Africa. And those of us that are African, that are here in the foreign land, we know that there is a way that some of their kids here, they behave. I'm not saying that they're not behaving well so that they will not come for me, all right? So there's a way they behave that, we expect them to, to be trained in a well-mannered. You can't compare them to us that are from Africa. So there's no need explaining more. If you are from Africa, you have a little upbringing from Africa. Even if at all you're not from Africa, or maybe for instance you are black. Even black, sometimes we look at them, the blacks that being born the nationality of America or outside Africa, all right, we still see that thing instilled in them. They know what they call respect. If you have watched most of this black film, you see that the blacks, we all know how to respect our elders. So that's just where I'm going. All right, so we're going to be talking about the film review, like I said, and it has to do with a kid that was sent back to Nigeria. Because those of us that have Netflix in our home, some look at Netflix, like when review from Netflix, just like the people that are watching it, they are jobless. They don't have anything they're doing. They will just take time and commit their time in watching films. Sometimes watching of this film is just to relax your nerves. We can't kill ourselves, you understand? So by the time you watch it, there's one or two things along the line that you will learn. All right, so I learned something from this video, and that's why I'm bringing it up here. I just want to do my own personal review of the film. So the title of the film, like I said, is Nigerian Prince. Yes, Nigerian Prince. So like I said, like when I start, that's why I want to just start from the upbringing of Africans. We already know that Africans, like if you have kids that maybe you just came down to Europe or in America or the foreign land, and that's where you live, and you had your babies or your kids there, and maybe somehow their nationality now, or somehow they are being born here, and you expect them to behave in a way, especially what I'm talking about, in a cultured way, so that if they go outside, they can easily defend you well. You know what I mean by that? If defend you well, do the right thing that they should. So that is just the reason why they sent this guy. So like I said, Nigerian Prince. When we look at it, we feel that the best thing that we have to do when kids are not behaving the right way is to send them back to Africa to go and learn, good upbringing. Yes, good upbringing. So that was what this woman did. Sent the son down to Africa, to the aunt, to the sister. Yes, to the sister. Okay, and the sister over there already have a son that is into scams. Like I said, I don't know what I've said that. So one thing I hate about the film, I don't say I hate that I'm against in that film, it's just how they portray Nigeria. They just, in the film, they display Nigeria as a country where they do scam, where they're into stealing, there are some things that Nigerians have been blessed with, not only in Nigeria, I'm talking of all African countries. So people that are from foreign lands, they look at Africans, like Africa is just a place where things are not in order, things are scattered, like there is trees, like they only have the trees. That is what we have in Africa. There is no development, nothing. So people look at it, they frown when you talk about Africa. But Africa is a place where, like this film displays, a place where we are being cultured. Like I said, it's a place where you take in culture. We are being cultured in the right way. We don't misbehave outside the way they display Nigeria or they display Africa. The second thing I hate is just, the way the film ended. I'm not happy with the way the film ended. Just to be sincere with you, for those that have watched it, because sometimes there's some film they will produce and they will feature it on Netflix. It takes some time for it to, to be aired on Netflix. All right. So the film was just 2 years back, but before it that came live for people to watch, it took some time again. All right. So just like a new film, you understand what I'm talking about? So just the way the film ended, because at the end of the day, that sometimes when we send our kids, for those that understand what I'm talking about, we feel that our kids are not behaving well because here in a foreign land, they don't know what they call respect. They don't know how to respect their elders. They don't know how to, do some things. So the film, really, the purpose of this film is not like the main reason of that purpose of that woman, the American woman that sent her son down to Nigeria to learn ethics, because they always bring bad report, like I said, to the mom. So it's a working mom, and though they have separated, herself and the husband is separated, so the young boy, which is her son, stays with her, and they always bring back report, like I said. So she feels the best thing that she can do is just to send the son down to Nigeria to go and stay with the sister. And the boy wasn't even aware that when the ticket was booked, she did explain, the mom did explain to her son that it's not a returning ticket, like it's not going to return back, except for some why. If it's 1 year, maybe till he learns the right thing before he will be sent down back. So the boy wasn't aware. For those of us that does that, at least the child, our children also have their own freedom, like what I'm talking about. They have their right to know some things. I know that at the being, the mom told the son that you are going to be staying in Nigeria for so time, maybe this long. I don't think he would love to. So I know the purpose why the woman had to do that. But because I was so scared of the boy. So because when the boy got to Nigeria, at first it was the aunt that welcomed him at the airport, and they got home, and the boy, let me just throw some stuff, to you guys about the film, so that you know that it's so interesting. So because I'm driving us somewhere, all right, I'm driving us somewhere. So when the boy now got to the house, because I was even looking at the film, I was looking at the house where the aunt stayed. The house is not just a place where the boy was expecting. For those of us that are African, now there are some buildings that now there are some good buildings that they have now in Africa or in Nigeria. They have some beautiful buildings. For those of us that feel, foreign people that feel that in Africa it's only trees, that is what they have there. No. So but when the boy got there, the house wasn't something that he was expecting. When he got there, he was just trying to put on the switch so that he will see light to do what he wants to do. When he was just about to do that, the aunt now, said, what are you trying to do? You were trying to put on the light. There is no light. It's not like in America where you just put on the switch, you go to the kitchen, there is light 24 hours for you to do whatever you want to do. So the boy was surprised, but the way the boy took it, like it was so easy for him to adapt. All right. So just to summarize everything, for those of us that are into this, to this behavior, like I said, we have kids here in in abroad or in a foreign land, and they're not behaving well. The best thing that you do, the next thing that you will have to do, or people will now advise you, or your family members that live back there will now advise you to take your child, or the child that is not behaving well, that is stubborn, back to Africa to go and learn ethics, or to do the right thing, or to be sent down to family, and for them to be tutored in the right way. Like I said, we that are Africans, we are being cultured in a way that we know how to respect our elders. We know how to do some homework, to be taught. All right, in the right way than this place. All right. So because this place, like you already know, even the kids at the age of 2, 3, when they go to school, you know what I'm talking about. For those of us that have kids that are living back here in a foreign land, they even give them a police number, police phone numbers to be calling. If their parents beat them, they will call the police. Even there's one that happened one time. I'm doing few review, but I just want to chip in this one. All right. So the boy is not is not doing the right thing. All right, he always calls police on the mom, and the mom now said, okay, don't worry, I will be sending you down to, there's one country that is back to go for an holiday. You just go there to go and stay. And I sent the boy, bought a ticket, sent the boy, and the boy didn't even know that he's going to be appearing in Nigeria. But the boy got there. It was a surprise seeing people surrounding him, welcoming him. You're welcome, you're welcome. I said, where am I? I'm supposed to be gone to to another parts of the world, not this place, not an idea. They not started telling the boy. They not started telling the boy, no, your mom sent you to go and learn. That even they were even scolding the boy at the airport. We are just like we are getting information from your, we Africans, now. Okay, so we just want to display the authority that we have over them. Not that like they will have to tell you this is the right thing to do. So we are hearing that you are always calling police on your mom. This place, we are going to teach you the right thing. We're going to tell you the right. The boy was so surprised. Like the boy now said, "Oh, let me go. I want to call on police. I want to call on police." They now looked at the boy and now laughed. You are calling on those police. You think this place is just like in America, right? So this is just it. So if we want to do that, okay, if you want to do that, yes, it's good to do that for them to learn to make, like, got this place, like I said, over here in a foreign land, there are some things they are not being like known with, like what I'm talking about. They don't have, there are some things they do, even back here, you know what I'm talking about. Even at the age of 18, they should be independent of themselves. And if they're not independent, some of them, they will even be coming to be asking you for money if you're not able to provide. You see them doing other, even there's one that happened, an African woman. The son continued to ask the mom for money, and the mom was tired of always giving the boy, because the boy is not even using the money for anything useful, just to use it to take on friends. He go to party, he smokes, drinks. That's what he uses the money for, right? So so when that stage comes, especially when they're at the teenage age, it becomes so difficult for you to to put them right, like so difficult. So we feel that the best thing we have to do is just to send them back, because now in this movie, though I'm one of the advocates of such people that it's okay, just take your kids back to. But if you know you're not going with them, I would not advise that you just take your kids just like that. Put them on airplane and send them back to Africa to go and stay with aunts or stay with family. All right, it all depends on the circumstances why you should do that. Because now in this film, it's not a good. It didn't end well. It didn't end well, because the boy's passport was stolen. The American boy that was sent back to Nigeria, the passport was stolen by his own cousin, and the mom, the aunt the one that lives in America that sent his own son down onto the sister to pass. The sister also have a kid there. I think those scam. Yes, I think those scam that does scam. All right. So sending the boy it's not a good thing, because he just started mingling with the one that does scam. It mingles with the one that does scam. So that made the matter worse. At the end of the day, the passport was stolen. So now the essence of that, doing the like this, sending your boy back to Africa, it wasn't achieved. Because at the end of the day, that passport that was stolen, you know what it took you to get the passport for the child. You know how many years it took you. It's just like all the efforts. It's not just a wasted effort. All right. So we should think about it in a two-way. For those of us that will think of this plan of let me just send my kids down to Africa and to go and stay with my aunt, so that they will train him well, so that they will make him, you know how they will maltreat now. You know what I'm talking about? They will put him right. All right. So sometimes it doesn't end well. Why there sometimes it ends well? Because his passport was stolen, and the matter was even worse, because even the American boy passport that was stolen was not left back because it was no option. There's no passport for him to be sent back, because his cousin that is into scams stole his passport and even traveled with it. And the sister is aware, like the woman that lives in America, the sister is aware that the son is about to start. What that means is just that it's just shifting. Sorry, I'm just looking at the back. People are just they're distracting me. So it didn't went well, because his passport was stolen, and the boy that took the passport, like I said, is a cousin of his. Took it, and the mom to this one that does scam, the sister, the one that lives in America, the sister know that the boy is planning to take this boy's passport. So that means it's just like if they left the one from America, the American boy, they just left it. They just left him here and allowed his son to steal his own, sister's son's passports down to America to go and better his life, and the one that is American boy was now left back in Nigeria. So I would just love you to have a personal review, like a personal understanding of this film. Just go ahead to watch this film. I would have just loved it too, because on YouTube you can't get it in full length, the full edition of the movie. You can't get it, it's just only on Netflix. For those of us, like I said, that look at it, that frowns that watching movies, sometimes it's a good way of learning some things. All right, so this is just where I'm going to be ending it, because it's just getting towards the afternoon, and the kids, some of these schools here will soon be closing. There will be a whole lot of here at the park, so it's just better I just run it up here. So that is just it. So what the essence of doing this video today, just please we know that our kids are not just, they're not helping us, all right? For some of us that understand, that have such kids that are so stubborn, and you feel that sending them, if you're not going to go to join them back in the place where you're sending them to Africa, for me, I would advise that don't even think about it, okay? At least be there to know what they do, to know how they're faring, to make them adjust. At least if you want to just stay, if it means staying there, if you are walking down back in a foreign place where you are from, if it means staying there with them for a week or 2 weeks for them to adjust before, to know how they are going to stay, because that is just it, all right, so think about it, all right, so that is just it, okay? So thank you very much for staying back even up to this time. If you don't have us, subscribe, and if you want us to share something like this, don't forget to leave everything in the comment section. I love you guys. Thank you for staying back even up to this time.